Hi, lovelies. Hi, lovelies. Hi, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good today. How was your weekend? Was it good? I hope you guys got to do some fun stuff, got to spend time with your peeps and just enjoy life. Hopefully, there's lots of partying going on. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, all around fucking weirdo that is absolutely obsessed with Sasquatch, going to Flavortown, string cheese donuts. Just talking fucking shit. All right. Makes my little Aries heart so happy. All right. So essentially, this week, you guys, first I start with a little something that I lovingly refer to as astrofuckery, and then I move into the 3 piles of cards, okay? So listen, if you guys are against cussing, if you guys have a hard time with somebody spouting their opinions or their feelings on things, you may want to keep moving, okay? This is just my 2 cents. This is the way that I'm picking up the energy, and hopefully it resonates for you guys, okay? All right, so with that being said, y'all. We just moved into Leo season, all right, and she be lining up with Venus. God damn. Some of us out here are probably feeling the most beautiful we've ever fucking felt in our life, all right? Really just feeling ourselves, especially if you've been doing the work, sitting down, facing yourself, working on your worthiness issues, maybe even too some of that stuff has been coming up for you. Just remember, it's always like it's a lotus flower or an onion or whatever you prefer to look at it as, okay? Like mentally wise, okay? Like, so seeing a picture. So just remember, you're like, well, shit, Sarah, I've been working on my worthiness issues. I thought I was done with this. Baby, we are never done. Baby, we are never fucking done, okay? But that's the joy in knowing your own story, of going through this and healing those different layers, letting stuff go. And especially if you've got a trauma background, this is going to take a while to dissect, okay? So I found that, with Venus being retrograde right now, which it is in the sign of Leo, it's asking us to go within and to look at ourselves and look at the way that we value ourselves. How are our worthiness issues doing? Is this something we need to go and look at again? Do we need to sit down and face this stuff? What is coming up for us? Especially if we feel like we've got a lot of blocks coming up in our life lately, okay? So how and in what way can I value myself more? Maybe my time, my energy, my efforts, especially with the Aries being, North Node being an Aries now too, okay? So how do I take care of myself and make sure that I'm filling my own cup? Maybe also too, there might have been a highlight on thinking that other people should fill that cup, realizing and understanding now that like it's never going to be full that way. I've got to fill it first. And then this extra love coming in is the tits.com. Do you know what I mean? All it does is just complement the very work that I'm doing for myself. So I want to say with this Venus retrograde in Leo, Aries North Node, please focus on yourself and loving on you. How is your self-care game? Are you showing up for yourself the way that you expect other people to show up for you? Cough, cough, there it is. All right. Whoop, there it is. All right. I also want to say, too, this week that a beautiful aspect that's happening, Venus is going to be conjunct Mercury, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. I feel like, and especially with Venus being in retrograde phase, this really kind of feels like to me that maybe we're receiving admiration. Maybe we're giving that to another person. Maybe there's some kind of beautiful love coming in. Maybe there's a message that we internally pick up about ourselves, maybe around our worthiness, or if we've got worthiness issues here, understanding that it starts with us or it starts within our heart. Do you know what I'm saying? And so how do I feel about myself? And from there, everything either blossoms or turns to poop. All right. So maybe there's a message coming in that day. Maybe somebody thanks you for just being yourself, or somebody says, hey girl, still got it. And you're like, fuck yeah, dude. Thanks for finally fucking noticing. Do you know what I'm saying? So pay attention to the ways in which people are telling you how much they love you, they care about you, who and how you're saying that to other people, and most importantly, how and where you're applying this work to yourself, okay? So just remember, these retrogrades is always asking us to go fucking within, all right? On the 28th, we also have, I think, Mercury is going to be moving into Virgo too. Guys, we got some changing of the guards here. So listen, this week is going to be a little wild, maybe a little rough and tumble. Maybe we're going to feel like we got high highs and low lows, okay? Because sometimes when these planets are retrograde, it can be difficult to look at these things that maybe we either put off, or we didn't know how to look at it, how to face with it, how to deal with it. You get the jam. All right, so when this stuff comes up, it's like, oh, fuck. It might feel like a crisis point. So sit down, face yourself. Don't let things get to this space again. How can I put things in place in order to take care of myself, make sure I'm not burning the candle to 85,000 different ends, and I'm respecting my own time, my own energy. I value myself. What's the value I put on my time and myself? Goddamn. You know, that's just good stuff. Honestly, I think everybody should go through that review process. Hopefully everybody is in some way, shape, or form. And they're up in their game here. Because guys, also, Mars moved into Virgo, I believe, last week. So our work and our energy, we might be a little more, maybe for some of us, we might be a little more tedious at work. We might be doing some like, maybe overworking. Sometimes with the earth elements here, they have a tendency to do that. Maybe we're just really delving into our work now. Right now, maybe we feel incredibly creative with this Venus retrograde. It's asking us to go back in and ask ourselves, what projects do we want to work on? And so maybe some creativity is coming out of us here. But I do want to say with it moving into Virgo, there's a chance here to nitpick, to judge. And so with our actions, just make sure that when we're looking at something, we're not nitpicking it to death. Okay, give it a chance to breathe. It's okay to judge and to do some research and really get it in its right order. May we move that energy into organization and getting things set up in a way that we're setting ourselves up for success. But with Mercury going into Virgo this week, again, the way that we communicate and the way that we think is going to be a little, maybe a little nitpicky, okay? I know a lot of people are saying that, and you're going to be hearing that a lot too, okay? But that's the way, or it may be super judgmental. So maybe the challenge this week with Mercury moving into Virgo, which is in its home sign, by the way, both Mercury and Gemini are ruled Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury. All right. So it is going to its home sign. So it's going to be to the nth degree. All right. But with Mars and Mercury in this space, at least those two, our actions and our words will be aligned for a hot second. So make sure that maybe, again, we're looking at things in a more detailed point of way. Maybe we're organizing here, getting things together, setting ourselves up for success. I also think this is going to be a great time to find that information that you've been looking for. And then also too, listen, Mercury's going to be here for a hot minute in Virgo because it's also going to go retrograde in August. All right. So for a hot minute, it's going to be in Virgo for fucking ever. Okay. But again, it's going to ask us to reassess, relook at the actions that we're taking now, the things that we're thinking and speaking about. Make sure that the information is right, real, and true. Please and thank you. Okay. I also want to say too, just in case, if you don't have anything nice to say, only speak it to the people that you know aren't going to say anything, or just shut the fuck up. Okay? Yeah. It's not going to be helpful right now. All right. And especially whenever Mercury goes retrograde, your shit's going to get fucked. So just remember right now, focus on your work, set yourself up for success, know what the fuck value you put on yourself, and love yourself enough to put in the fucking work. All right. I want to say too, guys, just like as a side note, like I was talking with my incredible friend, Laura Wallace today of Works Graphics, and Laura Aura, if you guys know her, she's incredible. She's, just beautiful for, branding and getting your work out there. And she's the one that, did my SarahMartucci.com. She's also helping me rebrand this thing and get it back out there. I can't wait to share that with you guys. I can't fucking wait. Okay. Whenever it gets all done. But Laura and I were talking on the phone today, and she just kind of reminded me of something. And I also think a theme for a lot of people going on right now is like, I've got all these beautiful things happening on one hand and all these really difficult, tragic, sometimes things on the other hand. And it's like, how am I walking both of these paths? Or I would think if this is going beautifully, that would be going beautifully too. But it's like, why are these things at crossroads or crosshairs? And so like, I'm going through this like really difficult time. And so it just kind of came up for both of us that we were talking about that and understanding each other. And I think also realizing and recognizing too that like, guys, the difficult times are just as important as the beautiful times as well. Okay. And that sometimes difficult times, whenever they come up or they show like a disconnect here, is a really important point. Like when we're feeling that disconnect or we're feeling that uncomfortableness in our body, it's a moment here to step up to the plate, to find the red flag, not disregard it. Okay. So when we're feeling good, like, well, why do you have to fix what's not broke? Do you know what I'm saying? But when difficulties arise, it's asking us, look to see where the red flag is. Let's go to that, find the root of it, and find a solution for it. So this can be just as much growth. This can be just as much beautifulness as good times too. And may I remind us all, sun all the time makes a desert. I don't want to live in a I don't want to live in a desert. And so these difficult times that come are not only important, but they're vital because they're asking us to sit down and face ourselves and rework, refix, redial, retune to where we really need to fucking be. So take these retrogrades that are coming up very fucking seriously, y'all. How can we sit down and do the work that's needed to show up for the very thing that we're fucking asking for? And if we're finding something at crossroads or crosshairs, or we got two opposing situations going on, stop, sit down, look at the thing, look for the red flag. We're not going with the flow here. We're looking specifically for the irritant so that we can figure out what the fuck is going on and realign with what our fucking true value is. May I remind you too that, like, what if a pearl just spit out the initial grit? We wouldn't have fucking pearls. Do you know what I'm saying? Diamonds, if they weren't put under pressure, which I know is a whole lot of like, you're not a diamond, you're not a fucking pearl. Do you know what I'm saying? I get it. What I'm saying to you is like, these stories are important, or these sayings are important because they are reminders. Don't be afraid of the difficulty, and specifically do not be afraid of going through the dark night of the soul or having a hard time here where you feel difficult, alone, or secluded, because it's getting you to be quiet, to focus on where the red flag is so that we can go and fix it and help ourselves go with the flow again or realign here. Okay? So you were born in darkness, babes. In your mama's womb. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you were born from fucking darkness. We all are, and we all have to return to the cocoon or the womb or wherever the fuck you see it as, like, to this dark space sometimes. It helps us to be quiet, to refocus, to take care of ourselves. So, off my fucking soapbox. Don't be afraid of the difficulties, y'all. It can actually be another way of self-care, of sitting down and listening to yourself, not ignoring the red flags, saying, okay, there's something here I got to work on and that I got to face, and being ready to do that work because you are fucking worth it. All right. If you're done with astrofuckery, I sure the fuck am. Follow me into the next screen. I'm going to pull 3 piles of cards, choose any and all that you're drawn towards. All right, guys, I'll see you in a sec. Hi, card pile number 1. We got stuff to talk about this week. All right. We got card pile number 1. Hold on to your booty flaps. Your first card is the Ace of Cups. Your second one is the Knight of Wands. And then finally, you got a major arcana card. Tell what major change, major evolution, major moving forward. You got strength. All right. So the Ace of Cups is a yes. This is specifically the card around love. This is unconditional love. This is the beginning stages. This is really tuning into your emotions with cups here and your intuition and letting that kind of guide you here, letting your heart guide you, okay? There's something here important that your heart is speaking to you or love is speaking to you in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe here we're developing feelings for another person. Whatever's going on here with the Ace of Cups, we're getting, yes, emotionally and intuitively what we'd like to do, go forward towards validating our feelings here in some way, shape, or form. Also, too, with the aces here stands for the number 1. So I'm looking around the first of a month or maybe here to the month of January, okay? So there might be a call here to January. Talk about January coming up. Last January, look to see how the number 1, where the month of January plays into this. Now, with the Knight of Wands, this is a court card. So this is pages, knights, kings, and queens. These are usually people coming on the scene to help or to fuck shit up. Look, any which way I usually put it, unless every single card around him is a beautiful one and I got a king in there, this guy is untrustworthy in every single sense of the word. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, listen, with the Knight of Wands, this usually talks about a male, your age or younger, showing up on the scene. I usually see this as a younger male, either mentally, emotionally, maturity, or like all the way around. Like this guy, this is fighting and fucking around the world, okay? Usually with the Knight of Wands here, this guy, it's just he's the ultimate fuckboy. And so he's hot and cold, back and forth. He can't sit fucking still. The grass is always greener is an issue with this guy. And so, he burns a lot of bridges. Okay? He burns a lot of bridges. I want to say with the Knight of... He's probably had a couple STDs. Let's just put that on the table. Holy Jesus, okay? So, with the Knight of Wands, and listen, not always, but in terms of a love relationship, this is the least trustworthy knight that I would could humanly offer you, okay? With the Knight of Wands too, he might be a fire sign, so I'm looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, have important placements or heavy fire placements within the chart, or with the Knight of Wands here too, sometimes they have a military background, firefighter background, police officer, acts of bravery, service here, being of service, protecting and serving, that kind of jam. Acts of bravery are really important with this guy. But again, we can't sit still. We always are looking towards the future. We have a very hard time being here. This is more about the information or the energy that you got to take on. Knight of Wands is telling you to be excited about something, to get in on it, to make sure that we don't bum rush the fuck ahead though. We've got to gather some information or make sure that we're not rushing into something, but it's time to be charismatic and go towards something that's important to us. Tally fucking ho. Last card is the Strength card. And again, this is a major arcana card. So this is like a major pivot point for you coming up. And with Strength here, I find that all the major arcana cards are like crossroads. But with Strength specifically, this is more about like the confidence that you have within yourself. The strength that you've garnered over time, or maybe the difficulties that we've had with other people, situations, whatever the fuck is going on here. There might even still be some conflict or drama rolling around in the background. This card's asking you to pull upon your inner strength, to fucking trust in yourself, and to like physically stand up, take your fucking power back, and do what the fuck you gotta do. Also, too, it stands for the number 8, so I'm looking towards the month of August for these themes to hit a culmination, or around the 8th of a month. 8 weeks, 8 days, you get the jam. Now, if we're looking for a yes or no this week, I would say that this would be a careful yes, all right? As long as you're trusting personally in yourself and you're going towards your heart is calling you, and you're ready to take a leap of faith with something after we've done our research, well then fucking tally ho, all right? You got this. You got this. But I would say this would be a no this week if you're just jumping in head first, if you're fucking around with somebody from the past that you know is a hot mess and has done none of their work, and you're disregarding the way that you're thinking and feeling about it just because you want to be chosen, or there's something important here about like just wanting to get back into an old dynamic. This is not going to be conducive, all right? This is around love and relationships this week. There's a couple different ways that this can go, okay? So hold on with me. The first way, around love and relationships, this could be an old flame coming back around that has done zero work. I really mean that, okay? They've done a zero work. There is no king here to go above the knight to show that growth here. This person here is still kind of the same. They may be coming forward with strength here, kind of showing a strong front, or maybe they're showing maybe also too some kind of confidence here and coming forward and saying, hey, it's always been you, or we might be getting a message from somebody this week, you know, an old flame returning. I just want to warn you big time. I trust the way they feel. I don't trust that they can show up for it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I understand the way this person feels. I completely believe them. I'm sure that they really do have these feelings for you. The problem is they have done none of the work to actually show up and be available for the very thing that they have on offer to you. You are going to get hurt again if you say yes to this. So I'm begging you to please be fucking careful. And if you happen to say yes, and this is a love situation with somebody from the past coming back around that you can already tell has not been doing the work, proceed with utter fucking caution, okay? This is around like love and friendships. We might have a friend coming back around from the past, okay? Maybe somebody, again, with the fire signs here, and the gender doesn't matter in terms of friendships, you know, and things like that. If the person and the energy that I'm talking about makes sense, guy or girl, then let it apply. But traditionally, knights are dudes. Doesn't always have to be. But if this is around friendships and like family stuff, somebody might be coming back around here. Maybe they were hot-headed. Maybe you were hot-headed. Maybe we had some kind of fight here. Maybe we need to pull on the real love that's actually between us, or the bonds that keep us together, which are family and love. And with strength here, like we've got to sit down. We've got to find the strength to sit here and talk to each other. Maybe it's about you making the initiative to go and speak to somebody here, or somebody else might be taking the initiative to come and speak to you. Maybe even too with the knight here, we might possibly be dealing with like a young son, or like a teenage or early 20s-year-old son, or important kid in that age range, where they've kind of been a hothead. They've been all over the place. They're a hot fucking mess. Maybe we're getting them together and saying, baby, you've got to love yourself enough to fucking grow here. And maybe this is more, we recognize that where this person is acting from, and I want to say that this is true for the love part too, where this person is acting from is a place of insecurity. So the bullshit that they're doing, the way that they're acting fucking silly, playing fucking games all over the fucking place, it's coming from the insecurities. They do not feel secure in and of themselves. And I feel like if you said that to them, they would laugh in your fucking face. But the jam is, You are absolutely insecure. You are stuck in time, or you're stuck in a period, and we need to move you through this. We need some kind of growth here. And so in what ways are you ready to grow? Have the confidence in yourself. So have confidence enough to know that you're actually the person. Okay, so no matter which way here around relationships this week, please have the confidence to know that you actually are the person that's aware of what the fuck is going on. This person may not be aware, or this person may be trying to hide it, or this person may just not be cognizant enough to fucking know what the hell is going on with them. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that we're dealing with deep insecurity with an important male this week. And I don't know if they're willing and able to do the fucking work, okay? Now, if this is your kid living at your house, guess what? You're the adult. You set the fucking parameters. If you're staying in my house, you got to go to therapy. If you're staying in my house, you got to sit down and do this work, baby boo. All right? You're the parent, set the fucking rules. But in terms of love relationships or friendships, I would state very clearly what the fuck your boundaries are. Understand where this person is coming from. Again, I trust the way that they're feeling, what they're saying. It's just that this person is absolutely unavailable to show up for anything that they are bringing to offer. Okay. So please, I'm begging you, just be careful. And I want to say that this person should be coming again with strength here no later than August. This should be coming in, or maybe you were going and saying this to another person. So also, if you're feeling like you got to go apologize or to mend fences here or to do something, sit down and face yourself too. Okay? Make sure that you're doing the fucking work and you're recognizing where you're fucking up as well. All right? Show up here, not only for yourself, but first and foremost for yourself, but then also for this relationship or partnership, whatever the fuck is important to you. All right? If you're asking another person to do the work, make sure that you're doing it too. But I do feel like here, especially with you kind of showing up as like the strength card, we have been doing the work. Maybe we've actually like physically been working on our body too, like actually strengthening it and like toning it. So there's a lot of work that we've been doing lately. And I just want to say I'm really fucking proud of you. Okay? Recognize the insecurities in others. Know that there might be some projection here, especially when we press them to go and do the work. Make sure that you're doing the work yourself. Now, if this is around career and work, we might have an opportunity come the fuck in that's going to shore up our confidence in what the fuck we do. To me, it feels like it's going to be yes, but it's going to come in hot and heavy. It's going to be very future oriented. Make sure that what we're investing in here is actually legit. This might just be talk about like a new beginning or a new idea, a new concept, bum rushing the fuck in. This is a person rushing onto the scene. I feel like you're going to love this person, honestly. This is a person you have never met, but I just want to warn you, this person's going to be hot and cold. This person has a really hard time sitting fucking still. If you're looking for stability this week, this person's not necessarily the one. This person might be the initiator, the generator, or bringing this idea into focus, okay? They're really great at initiating. They're not very good at following through and or tying up loose ends, so just be careful with that. But with work and career, again, another opportunity might come through. This might be gorgeous. Something that you really love is going to boost your confidence. Just make sure it's real. Make sure that it's grounded in the here and now, and that like we've got some tether to here and now so that we can follow this thread. Again, I want to say that's probably coming in no later than August. Guys, for our health. Somebody here has been a smoker for way too fucking long. We might have to deal with some phlegm or some water retention or some backup in the lungs or the lymph nodes, possibly both. And I don't know why, but I'm also feeling the kidneys here. So somebody might be having kidney problems this week too. But again, listen to me. I'm going to say something so rude. This goes back to our previous actions. Can we see now how that wasn't healthy or that wasn't good? How can we stop this cycle and do better for ourselves now? So if you wanted a time to quit, if you're looking at quitting cigarettes, may this be your Thundercats go. All right, because I think we finally have the strength here in order to say, yes, we're loving ourselves enough to stop this bullshit and stop this fucking cycle. We feel really gung-ho about it. Another interpretation of that, I just want to say, honestly, just off the back of it, it's just anybody this week around your health. We might be feeling like we want to go exercise. Maybe we want to go strengthen our body. Maybe we want to go take like bar or Pilates, or toning and strengthening is 2 fucking thumbs up. Okay. So get in there and do the work. Use this momentum, this feeling like I want to go do this. Put that into the value of yourself and go and take care of your body. You fucking got this. Also, too, in a weird way, you working on your body and taking care of your physical health is going to help you deal with the conflicts that are rolling around in the background. So when you don't know what to do, go work out. Go strengthen yourself up. Go tone yourself. Go for a walk. Eat something good that replenishes you so that you can come back to this with a clear mind, a clear heart, and clear energy. All right? Guys, for anything else this week, Please say yes to yourself, and especially anything that builds your confidence this week. Get into it, go balls deep, and make sure that you stay consistent, all right? Even if this is just a new practice, find ways that you can set this up so that we are future-oriented around what we want going forward, but we've structured enough that we can stay with this and stay consistent with the energy. Jump into it, just make sure, what do I have in place to help me keep up with this so I don't give it up, okay? And let it go. Say yes to yourself around what you're feeling in your heart too. If you know something's not a good thing, please just have the courage to say no to it, okay? Or if you know something is really good, have the courage to say yes to that too. Whatever the fuck you do, card pile number 1, do not be afraid to love on yourself, value yourself, and build up your confidence this week. You fucking got this. Hi, card pile number 2. Let's fucking talk about it. All right, here's your fucking cards. First one is the 6 of fucking coins. Your second card is the 3 of swords. And then finally, you got the 3 of cups. Let's talk about it. So, I want to say, first and foremost, 6 of coins. This is earth element. This is practical, realistic, logical, guided fucking action. But with the 6 of coins here, we've got an overabundance of something. We've got enough of something here. We can share it and help other people. So whether this be information, money, resources, time, effort, love, whatever this is here, this card, whenever it shows up, also kind of asks us to be generous with others. It'll come back to you threefold. So make sure that we're doing this from the kindness of our heart. This is about helping other people, being a philanthropist, if you will, okay? But again, we have enough here that we can share and help other people. There's a rebalancing act here with the number 6. Just make sure that we're discerning around who we're giving this stuff to, okay? Make sure that this actually checks out, or this person, really is in need, or really needs this thing, or whatever the fuck is going on. Make sure that it makes sense what we're doing here, okay? I want to say with the 3 of swords, this is probably one of the more difficult cards. Fuck this fucking card. All right. 3 of swords is really hard. This is heartbreak. This is betrayal. This is feeling like you got stabbed in your fucking face. A lot of times with the 3 of swords, this talks about relationships, feeling that there's a third party, getting cheated on, finding out some really ugly information that fucks my shit up. 3 of swords is really fucking hard. And with swords here, it's talking about our mental space. And so it's asking, where are we mentally? Unfortunately, with this card, we're stuck in that difficulty, that sadness, that mental state where we just feel fucking betrayed and fucked up. It's really hard to move and to do anything. If you notice the guy in the card, he is fucking depressed. He's hurting so bad, he's got to hold himself. You know what I'm saying? And so, we're really fucking grieving here. This has been really not cool. Also, too, with the number 3 here, there might be a reference back to the month of March, or maybe around the 3rd of a month, maybe 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months. You get the fucking 3 years. There's that. And then with the 3 of cups, that's so interesting with the 3s next to each other here. So we got 2 3s and a 6. So I want to say here with the 3 of cups, this is the opposite. This is like celebration, victory, dancing and partying and being fucking alcoholics with our fucking friends. It's cups. It's literally drinking and doing drugs and just fucking partying your ass off. Or if you're not into that, just having a really good time with your people, overdoing it. Just having a great fucking time. Can there be too much laughing, too much dancing, too much good time? Some may say yes. I say no. All right, but that's just me and my hedonistic self. All right, give me more. With the 3 of cups here, though, this is also one of my reconciliation cards. And so this also talks about friendships, those bonds that are familial and important, and these people that get me and I get them. So I want to say, again, also too, with the number 3, reference back to the month of March, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 years. Somehow the number 3 plays into this. If we were looking for a yes or no this week, I would say this would be a yes around reconciliation with friends and family. That I know actually have my back and that love me. Maybe there was a misunderstanding here. Maybe there was something about resources and somebody didn't share. Okay, I'm getting too far into it. But yes or no? Okay. So yes, this week around reconciliation. Okay, sitting down and having an important conversation around maybe resources, what we're sharing, what we're giving, what we're taking, reciprocity, that kind of deal. Making sure everybody's on the same fucking page. All right? I would say this is a no this week. If you're still stuck in that 3 of swords space and you're not ready to reconcile, then fucking honor your feelings and take time and honor your fucking self this week, okay? I want to say around love and relationships. Maybe it's a time to have an important conversation with somebody here around resources and reciprocity. Maybe feeling like you were left out of something here. We need to have a conversation and be like, okay, what the fuck happened? Or like, how do we get back into a good space? Or why the fuck was I left out of this good thing and this opportunity? I do want to say though, like whatever happens here might have been a miscommunication, or this might have been like a missed opportunity. Maybe this person didn't mean to do that, and like the heat of trying to put everything together and get this stuff all done, because it kind of is a juggling act here with the 6 and the 3s. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just, maybe somebody here just maybe forgot, or do you know what I'm saying? But feelings were fucking hurt. And just please know, I do feel like somebody here, especially this is around like friendship and family stuff. We just need to have a good conversation and speak about resources, making sure everybody's being taken care of, no more hurting each other's feelings and leaving people left the fuck out. We don't need to do that shit. Fuck. If this is around like love relationships, ooh doggies, somebody might be coming back around. Maybe ready with an apology or to kind of try to fix this. Maybe we're leaning back, or we're starting back at the friendship stage again to see if we can heal and work our way back up. Please be generous with each other and be honest with each other. The reason we broke up may have been a third party situation. Maybe we got betrayed. Maybe somebody just fucked with the other person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in some way, shape, or form here with swords here, maybe there was mental games or mental bullshit was played around. And with the 3 of Cups, maybe some friends were involved. You know, other family and friends were involved with this too. That doesn't feel good. So I would say this is love. Then this week, if somebody's coming the fuck back around to maybe talk, or maybe they're acting like a friend again, or they're wanting to get back into that space, you really need to make sure that, like, did this person, like, deeply respect you and their family, too? If that fucking happened, you need to make sure, like, would welcoming this person back in disrespect you more? Do you know what I'm saying? So please, sit down and really think about your actions this week around love and letting somebody back in that maybe disrespected you deeply. And it wasn't just them, maybe there's other people involved, okay? So just make sure. And that, like, we also understand, like, with the 6 of Coins here, that, like, be generous with the way that you feel. Be generous with your point of view. Be generous with, like, maybe even just being open to, if you feel like you're ready and able to, being open to this person even coming back and discussing what the fuck went on. Because maybe you're ready to tie loose ends. Do you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're ready to let this thing fucking go. But if you are not, you need to honor yourself here. But I would say at least at the bare minimum, be open to the conversation. Okay, because I think something important needs to be said here, or to be understood, or another piece of information might come in to help kind of like solidify something for you. All right. This is around work and career. Guys, we may have lost out on an opportunity before and it fucked our shit up. And all of a sudden, bitch is back. All right. Or maybe even too, this is another opportunity that we think that we might be able to invite our friends along for something, or work with people that get us or that are our friends on a group or a project, or part of a group project, I mean. Maybe too, we get the funding for something that we thought didn't come through, and is now this bitch is coming through and we're able to fucking celebrate. Okay. This feels good. It just feels like some of the, for career and work, it feels like something's balancing back the fuck out here. So once we thought was a loss, something's coming back around and we're ready to celebrate it now. So please hold on fucking tight. All right. I do think an offer might be coming in. And it should be a nice one, money-wise, enough that you're fucking celebrating with your friends on it. All right. So I even want to say to you, remember, like, not everything is all or nothing. Okay. Sometimes things come back around. Maybe the timing was right for it now. Okay. Or maybe before, like back in March, it fucking wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like 3 years ago, it wasn't. But now it is. So just hold on for some of you guys around work and career. Something might be coming back around, or maybe you're ready to relaunch something or take something back from the past and work with it again. Either way, this is beautiful, okay? And we're going to be making good, our safety and security needs will be taken care of enough that we'll be able to help and heal other people. That's fucking gorgeous, all right? Actually, I feel really good about that for work and career. Around our health. I don't know if it's a weird thing to say to some of you guys, but acupuncture might actually help you. Swords, the 3 swords going into his back, okay? So I feel like maybe if we're working through grief and we haven't been able to help ourselves, maybe we decide to do acupuncture as a part of therapy to help ourselves move this energy through our fucking body, you know? maybe pulling upon our friendships here and talking with people that we love and care about, and really just investing in ourselves this week with the Six of Coins. No more investing in other people. Invest in yourself first for right now so that you can get yourself back up to good. Then you can go help and heal your people around you like you love to fucking do. Do you know what I mean? Also, too, I would say this would be a really great week to invest in your mental health, because the turnaround from the Three of Swords to the Three of Cups is incredible. And so maybe talk therapy is incredibly important. Maybe we haven't been ready for it, but now the timing is much better. Maybe we've got the money to actually do it now. So please, I'm begging you, fucking invest in yourself. Say yes to this. Go get that support, okay? You fucking deserve it. So that we can work on the mental space and heal some of these issues, some of these things on repeat, heal from the grief and the betrayal of the past, so that we can show up embodied, ready to party our fucking tits off. Please and thank you. Okay. Guys, for anything else this week, ooh, some of you too with the Six of Coins. I don't know why these coins lately are talking about like freckles and moles and stuff. Go get it fucking checked. Go get it fucking checked. Go get your skin checked if that's been something on your brain. But I think for most of you guys this week, this feels like also too somebody's eyes. We might need to go get our eyesight checked. I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but I feel like somebody might be getting LASIK. And or your eyesight just went to maybe -3. Okay, there's that. All right, there's that. Guys, for anything else this week, you need to fucking invest in yourself. Quit investing in other fuck faces that can't return, won't show up, can't show up, are unable to. We got to start choosing better people that can actually show up with us, and they're showing that with their actions. Invest in your fucking self. Your health is your wealth. Not only mentally, but physically too. Please take care of yourself. And if there's any old hurts and traumas rolling around, it's time to sit down and face that shit. Cut cords of attachment. Be around the people that we know actually love and support us, or start to foster those relationships, okay? Giving more to that. Giving more to myself and more to the people that actually make sense to be around me. That love me, that still... Go into the room where the people celebrate you. Quit trying to get into the rooms where the people don't want you there, or they're being shady or shitty or hot and cold. Fuck that. Card pile number 2, go towards the people, places, and rooms that are welcoming you with open fucking arms. Do yourself right this week. All right? All right. All right. Let me know. And finally, card pile number 3, baby. All right, listen, we got some interesting cards. We got the Queen of Cups, number 1. Second card we got is the Knight of Cups. Interesting. And then finally, get this shit. We got the Two of Swords. Let's fucking talk about it. So listen. Queen of Cups. Court card. Talk about a person coming on the scene to help or to fuck shit up. I actually find that the Queen of Cups is a beautiful omen, and she's a pretty beautiful character for the most part. This Queen of Cups with cups here, this is water energy, so I'm looking at a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Queen here, okay? Traditionally, this is female, but if the shoe fits, who the fuck cares? Do you know what I'm saying, gender-wise? But with the Queen of Cups, traditionally, she's female. She is the deep protector of her family. She's loyal to family, loves them no matter what the fuck. Mama is very important to her, too, but family and her children are fucking everything. This usually talks about a beautiful, prosperous things and opportunities coming towards you that emotionally fulfill you. Maybe we might be giving birth to actual children here. She loves to have babies and be surrounded by babies, but also the Queen of Cups here might be giving birth to creative projects or creative things that are happening in her life as well. If you notice too, in front of her, there's some lavender sitting in front of her. She's pouring water into that. So there might even be some kind of protective element. You might be the mama bear of everybody's nightmare. You know what I mean? In terms of your children, stand up for your babies this week if you need to. But with the Queen of Cups, maybe the downside here is that she has a tendency to escape, usually through alcohol, maybe drugs, maybe just like daydreaming, just disassociating. Also, too, she can kind of be a sucker for some of her people in the family. They can use her, she can become like a doormat or an enabler. Okay, so just make sure we're not doing that shit this week. Knight of Cups, another court card. All right, this traditionally talks about a male your age or younger showing up on the scene. Now, the Knight of Cups here, this guy has a tendency to be in love with love, but he's chivalrous, all right? He's coming towards you. He's thought about this for a while with water here. Again, this is our emotions, our feelings. I like that the element-wise, we're linking up here, okay? So somebody might be someone on our level. Maybe they're literally just younger than us showing up here, or they might be emotionally not as mature as we are, okay? But with the Knight of Cups here, again, he can be in love with love. Again, has a tendency to drink or do drugs or like disassociate sometimes, not be present. But he's one of my more favorite knights. I think that this guy, when he feels something, he really fucking means it. But he's not always able to show up and is emotionally available for the thing that he wants. So I believe him when he says he loves you, but he might not be able to show up for it, okay? Which I know is deeply confusing. That doesn't always happen, but again, with cups here, we're dealing with a water element male. And again, gender doesn't normally matter, but with this one, traditionally it's a male. And so I'm looking at, again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, all right? And listen, with the Two of Swords, this is being at a crossroads. We're going to need some compromise here, or sometimes it's being called upon. I feel like we're going to make a choice between two things, two people, two whatever. And really just kind of feeling like I don't know which way to go. She's got a blindfold over her eyes. So we've got to take off the blindfold. We've got to look at the situation realistically, especially with swords involved. And we need to be clear around what direction we want to go. I kind of want to say with the Two of Swords though, you got to know your own story in order to do yourself justice and be honest and fair with yourself and the other party. So know what the fuck you want, know what you do and don't want so that you can give a clear answer and everybody's knowing what the fuck is going on. With that being said, yes or no this week? I would actually say that this is a yes, especially if you're ready to make an important decision that's been calling to you from your fucking heart. I would say it would be a no this week if you're still don't know which way to go, you feel cloudy, you're not ready to look at something with clear eyes, you'd rather look at it with the rose-colored glasses, okay? That would be a no this week. We've got to be able to look at ourselves in the situation clearly this week. All right, around love and relationships, this can take a couple different forms. I'm going to start with the first one. The first one could talk about there is a male, maybe here from the past because he's facing towards the right. You may not even see this fucking coming because if you notice, she's facing one way, he's facing another. So you may not see this coming, but this guy's facing towards the right, which talks about the past, a blast from the past coming the fuck back around, saying that they fucking love you. This is the way that they feel. I believe their feelings. But with the Two of Swords, this person is not able to show up for this. What they are promising you, they are not emotionally available for because they're not being honest and truthful with themselves and or they have not done the work to show up as your king or your queen to your queen. You deserve somebody on your fucking level. Get on my fucking level or get in my fucking belly. That was just weird. Anyways. I don't know, it was just weird. All right, anyways. So for some of us, this might even talk about, this could even be a friend coming back around from the past, but it's just like, listen, you guys are not on the same, this is going to come the fuck up out of the blue, okay? This person's going to come with an offer. This could even be you extending this energy to somebody else, but baby, if it's you, you need to really look at this and make sure that you're clear around what exactly you're putting on offer here or what we're offering to another person, okay? I want to say with this person too, around love and relationships, just be clear. If you don't want this, say no and God bless. Thank you for holding that torch for me, babes, but I need something else. It's okay if it's not you. Don't take it personal. It's just not with me, all right? Or maybe I've like got family and commitments and stuff here, and it's like, I don't have the time for this. Do you know what I'm saying? I think for some of you guys too, maybe there's a feeling of being blocked or guarded here with this person. So I even want to say, remember what happened the last time. There's a reason why you're like, or feeling like, or at a crossroads with this person, okay? So again, I trust in the way that they say that they're feeling or their feelings here, or the love that they have for you. But this person might have some mental health issues, some emotional health issues that they're not fucking dealing with. They might even be stuck in the past and very sentimental. And so they keep referencing and going back to a time that isn't the present here and now moment. Maybe too much has happened and you don't want to do this anymore. Be fair, be balanced, be honest with yourself. Be fair, be balanced, be honest with the other person. Speak your fucking truth here, okay? Around love and relationships, whether this be love, friendship, whatever the fuck it is, okay? Speak your fucking truth and recognize this person does want back in. They do love you. They do want to protect you. They are trying to be chivalrous here, but I don't know if this person is actually available for the very thing that they want, okay? Not with this Two of Swords. You've got to make the best choice for you, so sit down, take your time with this. Don't jump into anything. Face first in terms of relationships, especially with Venus retrograde, babes. Don't cut your bangs and don't go back to your ex, okay? This Venus retrograde is going right into Mercury retrograde, which is, both of those are well known for both of those things, okay? We ain't seeing forward moving until September, like 16th. So do not make a decision that will alter the course of your life. Do not enter into new contracts. Do not come back around and say yes to anything until we get all the fucking information. We're able to watch this person, make sure the words and actions align the fuck up so we can make the best choice possible, okay? I don't know. This Two of Swords is just making me feel like it's a no for some of these love and relationships. We're going to have to take some time to figure this out. And that would make sense. 2 more months before we make the final yes, all right? August and September. Okay. Around career and work, we might have an opportunity coming in that you feel like you either don't have enough time and energy for, or you might feel like might be a legal issue? Question mark? Or maybe, so this offer here, this person isn't giving us all the information. We might be stonewalled from some information too around career and work this week. That's really interesting. Just make sure that you're going towards what you love, or let what you love guide the way. Or for some of you with work and career, I have been doing what I love, but I keep coming across maybe obstacles here. This is really about knowing your worth and loving yourself enough to invest back in your work, and also that you can protect yourself. So if you're scared about getting out there, showcasing your stuff, whatever, take your time here to build your confidence, to build that love in yourself so that you can get back out here and do the work that you fucking love to do, standing in your fucking power. There might even be something here around like being like a water witch, or working with water in some way, shape, or form, or maybe working with Venus here again. Okay. So there's something here like maybe working with her, working with the planet, working with the deity, working with water, really loving and investing in myself and working past some of these mental blocks telling me that I can't, or I'm not talented enough, or I'm not funny enough, or whatever the fuck the issue is. Love yourself enough to work through these issues and to come out of this in September ready to motherfucking go. Okay? Sit down and do the work on the self-love and self-care work on yourself so you can build up and say yes to yourself and choose a fucking direction too. Okay? Maybe also too, one of the things with career and work is we got a couple things that we can do here. Like, we're talented at a multitude of different things. This is maybe about choosing maybe the budding one, or the one that's getting the most attention right now, and kind of working with this. Okay? Also, too, for some of you with career and work, why do you have to do one or the other? Is there some way that we can combine the two things together to make this work as one? Okay? Anybody having to go to, maybe I'll say that to the end. All right, around health. I don't know whether we're doing this for a kid, and we're going and getting like our mammogram, taking care of ourselves, loving on ourselves. Maybe having a child spurred us to better take care of our health. Maybe too, this week we might be taking our kid to deal with some mental health issues and emotional issues. I think that's going to be highly favored. Thank you for doing that, because you are literally protecting your child, taking care of them, making sure they're getting the help that they need, showing them how to do self-care. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to some of you guys, okay? I really fucking mean that. Thank you. Maybe, again, for yourself, this is enough love that I've got enough love for myself. I'm ready to go in and do the work on myself. So some of you guys might be going to therapy too. Well done. I'm proud of you. This is huge. Quit sitting on the fence about it. Just go fucking do it. Maybe you're choosing between two providers. I would say go towards the female here. They're both females. I would say go towards the younger one. I'm a liar. Go towards the older one. Okay, go towards the older one. I would go towards the older one. All right, if we're having to decide between two females this week through health, and maybe we're going for a provider or a mental health care provider, go towards the older female. Hopefully that's going to make sense to somebody. Time to go get your mammogram, colonoscopy, get your shit checked out, be an adult. You got this. Quit putting it off. Guys, for anything else this week, we might even be dealing with a mother figure this week. And about, like, we don't know what decision to do. It's an emotional decision. She might be having some health issues, and we're wondering what we're going to have to do for her going forward. There might be a brother or a male here. Maybe a younger brother or a male here that's a charge at the head of this, but, like, they're not headed in the same direction. And it's, man, you might have to step in is what the fuck I'm saying. Somebody can't handle this, doesn't know how to. It's above their pay grade, okay? So you might have to step in and make some important decisions here. You might have to be the new legal guardian, or you might have to be the person in charge of their will. This is that feels kind of hard and difficult to me this week, because but also, can I say that this brother figure, this male figure might actually be relieved to get the fuck away from this, or just step back from it? Because I really feel like he just feels like he's in over his head, okay? Whatever's going on here with Mama, we got to make a decision fast, okay? No later than February with the Two of Swords here. Or the next 2 months. Maybe September's go point, all right? Just trust in the way that you're feeling about this, what direction you want to take it in. Whatever you do, protect her, okay? And honor what her wishes are. And I feel like you're going in the right space, okay? Guys, for anything else this week, please, I'm begging you. I feel like I said this for all 3 readings, but like, invest in yourself. I'm begging you. Invest in yourself. Say yes to you. Quit being on the fence about the ways in which you love on yourself. Take care of yourself. Remother yourself. Reparent yourself. Sit down and say yes to you about emotionally where you're feeling drawn right now. Quit sitting on the fence and thinking it's all or nothing, black or white, yes or no. Just go towards what the fuck you love and say yes. The rest of the shit will figure itself out, okay? So, slow but steady wins the race. Build up your defenses, or get to a place where you feel protected enough to trust yourself emotionally and start moving towards these things that are speaking and calling to your heart and soul. And if somebody comes back around from the fucking past, make sure that this person, and this might even be something like for some of you too, might have some legal something come back from the past, okay? I feel like you are protected this week, okay? So just know if something else is coming back up from the past, sit down, face it, work through it, and find the avenue here that best speaks to where you are now, who you are now, and the work that you've done now, okay? Pile number 3, you fucking got this. All right. Middle fingers for no, call for fucking yes. I hope to God it fucking made sense. All right, guys, I love you. Let me know how this was for you. I hope any and all feedback helps me to grow. Thank you guys always for the joy, for the honor, and thank you most importantly for trusting me. All right, I love you guys. I will talk with you soon. See you guys. See you guys. See you guys.